What are you talking about? My sister's strictness is a form of love, you know. Really? Fine, then please leave. My name is Eleanor. I have a daughter named Layla, who just started elementary school. I quit my job when she was born, and now I'm a stay-at-home mom. Watching Layla grow every day brings me so much joy. But there's something that's been bothering me. It's my husband, Judas's sister. Monique is 10 years older than us and is a very responsible person. You could even say she has a strict, stoic personality, but she's also a bit too harsh and sarcastic. For example, she doesn't let even small mistakes slide. Monique, can I ask you to buy some groceries? Not flour, but panko, please. Mom, what are you saying? Are you sure it's not flour? Are you sure it's panko? It would be a hassle if you change your mind later. Confirm it now. When we visit my in-laws, this is how she talked to her own mother. And she treats everyone else the same. Eleanor, would you like a snack? We have chocolate and strawberries. Which one do you prefer? I like both, so please choose whichever you'd like, Monique. Why can't you answer my question? Don't you understand what I'm asking? I'm sorry, in that case, I'll have chocolate, please. Good. Next time, answer clearly. I don't like people who are vague. But the truth is, she's not strict with everyone. Monique is particularly hard on women. In contrast, she's always lenient with her brother Judas. Boys will always be mama's boys. It can't be helped. Because of Monique's attitude, I've felt disliked by her since I married Judas. No matter what I do, she finds some petty reason to criticize me. If I don't talk, she says I'm unfriendly and rude. If I talk too much, she says I'm annoying. So I've been avoiding her. But that's becoming increasingly difficult. Because now, Monique's strictness is targeting my daughter Layla. Monique is extremely hard on Layla, who just started first grade. For example, kids her age often have trouble pronouncing words clearly. Sometimes this sounds like sis, or baby sounds like heavy. But Monique gets angry even about that. Speak clearly. Are you trying to act cute? That won't work on me. She also complains if Layla accidentally drops some food during meals, even if it's something small and slippery like a cherry tomato. Can't you eat properly? Kids like you shouldn't be sitting at the table. Why don't you eat on the floor? And she gets angry if Layla raises her voice a little while watching her favorite cartoons. Keep it down. Think about others. Because of this, Layla also seems to be uncomfortable around Monique. Layla doesn't want to see Auntie, she once told me. I considered Layla's feelings and tried to keep some distance from Monique, but Monique would just show up at our house uninvited. Worse, Judas, her own brother, wouldn't stop her. My sister means well. She's strict now, but she really cares about Layla. You know how you end up appreciating strict teachers when you grow up? It's the same thing. But Monique is way too strict. It's not age appropriate for Layla. I feel sorry for her. That's not true. If anything, you're too lenient with Layla. Maybe you should be stricter. Why would you say that? Layla is well behaved and a good kid. Is she? If my sister gets mad at her, she must be doing something really wrong. After all, my sister is an experienced elementary school teacher. Yes, Monique has a long career as an elementary school teacher. That's probably why Judas doesn't question her. But I think that's precisely the problem. Monique works at the same elementary school Layla attends. Fortunately, the school doesn't assign family members as homeroom teachers. So for now, Monique is not Layla's homeroom teacher. Apparently, she's in charge of a 5th grade class. So she shouldn't have any reason to interact with Layla. But that's not how Monique operates. Even at school, if she sees Layla, she scolds her just like she does at home. She'll come from the end of the hallway to yell about trivial things. Yesterday, I was talking with a friend in the hallway. Then Auntie came over and said, "Don't stand side by side in the hallway. It's annoying. Think about others." But we weren't running or anything. We were just talking quietly. There were other kids making more noise. Monique always singles out Layla like this. As a result, Layla has started to dislike going to school. It seems her friends are avoiding her too. I like Layla, but when she's around, that scary teacher comes, so I don't want to be with her at school. Hearing this makes Layla even sadder. At this point, I can't stay silent as a mother. Even if I don't have a teaching license, I'm Layla's biggest supporter. The next time Monique came over, invited by Judas, I confronted her, and she confirmed that what Layla said was true. It can't be helped, can it? Young kids have bad manners. It's a teacher's job to correct that, and you're too overprotective, Eleanor. But Layla told me there were other kids making noise too. Oh, did she? I don't remember. But I have to be strict with family, you know. Way to go, sis. Judas, stay out of this. Monique, isn't this an abuse of authority? Layla is suffering too much. That's not true. I'm a teacher. I'm right. I have to be right. As expected, Monique isn't willing to listen. She even made a threatening comment to Layla. Hey, Layla, did you tattle to mommy? Tattletales are the worst. You'll lose friends, you know. That was the last straw for me. Please leave right now. Your very presence is harmful to Layla. How dare you say something so unnecessary? Calm down, Eleanor. Why are you so indifferent, Judas? Come on. Stop laughing and think seriously. Don't you want to protect Layla? It's not like that, but my sister has a point. Fine, then I don't need a father like that. Let's get a divorce. At my words, Judas laughed as if mocking me. Then he provocatively said, Really? Interesting. You're a stay-at-home mom. Do you know you can't live without money? You can't live on the money in Layla's toy cash register. You can't even buy meat or vegetables. Who do you think you are, mocking me? I'm your husband. If you really want a divorce, bring the papers. I'll sign them right away. Judas probably thinks I can't really go through with a divorce. He said it with a smug face. But I didn't bring up divorce on a whim. I took out the divorce papers from a drawer. All right, will you sign and stamp this? You said you'd divorce me right away, right? Hurry up. What? Wait, this is a joke, right? Why do you have this? I was giving you one last chance. I wanted to see if you would protect Layla from Monique. But if you won't stand up for her, Layla doesn't need a father like that. Let's divorce. What? Wait, I don't want a divorce. Kids need a father. Calm down, Eleanor. How will you manage financially? You're a stay-at-home mom. Monique, please be quiet. I can't. Layla is my niece and I'm valuable student at our school. Are you planning to make her suffer? Women should obey men. Men are the breadwinners, the heads of households. Shouldn't you respect that? Monique pushing her outdated values and Judas listening contently. I couldn't stand talking to them anymore, so I said this. If you're going to say that, let me clarify. Breadwinner? Head of the household? Those are terms you can use when you're financially supporting the family, right? But this house is in my name. The land too, and most of our savings come from my earnings. This is true. I may be a stay-at-home mom now, but I was a surgeon before giving birth. I worked at a fairly large hospital and earned a lot, even doing surgeries and night shifts. I bought this house in cash from my salary at the time. On the other hand, Judas, who was always spoiled by Monique, has careless personality and only occasionally takes on odd jobs as an adult. Normally, he just lounges around the house, playing video games all day. He doesn't even contribute to the bills, so we've been living off my savings. I kept telling myself, once he goes back to work, we'll start saving again. I used to be attracted to Judas's carefree lifestyle when we were younger, but lately, I've been regretting ever getting married to him. Still, our daughter Layla is attached to Judas. So I thought about avoiding divorce, but you'd choose Monique over Layla and me, wouldn't you? Judas, if that's the case, Layla is more important to me than you are. I don't need you. Get out. No, wait, Eleanor, let's talk this through calmly. Talk? What's there to talk about with you? Who can't think of himself and just does whatever Monique says? You said you'd sign the papers, didn't you? Don't lie to me. Well... Monique, as a teacher, you'd agree that lying is wrong, even for adults and men, right? Yeah, but... Sis! Both Judas and Monique were hesitant about the divorce, but they must have realized there's no going back. After a few hours of resistance, they finally signed and stamped the divorce papers. From now on, let's communicate through lawyers. Layla and I will move to a short-stay apartment for now. I'll give you the lawyer's contact later. I took the divorce papers, grabbed the essentials, and left the house with Layla. I thought Layla would resist more, but she seemed happier to be away from Monique than sad about leaving Judas. She followed me with a big smile on her face. After that, we moved out of the short-stay apartment in a few months and relocated near my parents' home. I didn't get any alimony from Judas, but he did agree to give up any claim to our assets. I still get messages from him, but I ignore them all. If it weren't for Layla's visits, I could completely cut him off. Moving near my parents has helped me create a better environment for raising Layla. Luckily, I was able to return to work at a nearby major hospital. My parents help with the night shifts. I'm truly grateful. The only regret is that I had to transfer Layla to a new school. She had just started to adjust to her old school. But, to my surprise, Layla quickly adapted to her new school. I miss my old friends, but I'm happy that Auntie isn't at this school. I've made new friends and it's really fun. She says this every day, looking happy as she goes to school. She's already made quite a few new friends, so I don't think I need to worry much. The most important thing is that Layla is happy. As for Monique, I've reported her to the school. I've told them about how she treated Layla at home and what Layla has told me about school. And I found out something surprising. Monique was already a problematic teacher, often accused of favoritism. Even in her homeroom class, there were weekly complaints about her. My daughter told me you're only nice to the boys in the class. Why do you send her to the hallway when she forgets her homework? To the boys, you just say, that's not good, right? Is it true that you only share extra lunch chilies with the boys? I heard you justify it by saying boys are bigger, but aren't girls in upper elementary school often larger? This is clear favoritism. She was a teacher who had been criticized like this from the start. Not just from the parents of the girls, but apparently she had a bad reputation among the parents of the boys as well. We don't want our kids to be overly pampered. Can't you handle this more responsibly as a teacher? My child says it's uncomfortable to see you being strict only with the girls. It's bad for their education, so please change the homeroom teacher. Because she was this kind of teacher, it seems she won't be the homeroom teacher for the 6th grade next year. I heard she's expected to be transferred when the time comes. Of course, life seems tough for Judas too, now that we're divorced and he has no income. He says weird things during our scheduled visits. I can't ask for reconciliation now, but can you financially help me? How about $3,000 a month? Naturally, there's no way I'd agree to that. I plan to reduce the visitation schedule in the future unless Layla wants to see him. Of course, I'll prioritize Layla's feelings, but personally, I'd rather not see Judas if I can avoid it. More than that, I want to cherish my time with Layla. Since I've gone back to work, the time we can spend together has decreased. But I can push through for Layla's sake. I want to be like Mom someday. I want to become a great doctor and help lots of people. So Mom, let's work together someday. Right now, my happiness is being with Layla, who says such heartwarming things. From now on, I'll do whatever it takes to protect these happy days.